Hi guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So, no real idea why we decided to do this, but I thought it would be really quite funny to go right back to the beginning. Conqueror's Blade has like so dominated my life now for like the past 2.5 years, that I thought it'd be really kind of fun just to go back to my very first Conqueror's Blade video. Kind of just see, well, how bad I am as a player, which I'm thinking is going to probably be pretty bad. But also kind of see what's changed in the game. You know, the maps, the UI, so much has changed since this game first released. So we're actually going back to the open beta. This is my first video I did on the game, 16th of December 2018. I think the game then finally released, well, we've just had the 2-year anniversary, haven't we? So sort of May, June 2019, I guess. So yeah, feels like a long time ago. So this could be interesting. Not quite sure this is going to go. So let's full screen this, have a bit of a look, and watch some very old Evo. Oh wow, we're on Harbour City, aren't we? This map was in the game at the start. Then they removed it about halfway through, and then more recently they've added it back in again. Oh, look at the UI, the mini-map. I also noticed, look at the unit, Vanguard Javelins. What the hell are they? I'm guessing they're like probably Imperial Javelins, something like that. Imperial Javelineers now. I guess they just got renamed. I can't even remember at all. And this was at a time, if you've been playing for a very long time, maybe you can remember, but Javelins used to only auto-aim. You couldn't actually tell them to target a specific area. You know, like now you can press 1 to get them to auto-aim, but you can also just press 2, and you can tell them where to throw their javelins. You didn't used to be able to do that, that's why it's not an option with them here. It's kind of cool to think back to, such a long time ago. And of course, this is also before the artillery nerf. So at this point, I think it actually looks like I'm on an epic cannon, a purple cannon at the moment. And artillery all used to look the same shape. And yes, some of it was really powerful. Yeah, that siege tower really did explode. Obviously, people had the same problem on Harbour City back then. It was almost impossible to easily get the siege towers into the map. I've obviously already made a classic mistake of having my javelin unit right next to me on the cannon. So if any of the enemy cannons start trying to shoot back at me, then I'm really going to be in trouble. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to hit a random howitzer at the back of the map, but ooh. Don't think a cannon would do that quite now. Forget how ridiculous cannons used to be. They used to be really quite something. The explosion radius they had was, yeah, intense. Have a look. So just firing down at this guy. Not that enemy hero. We've just absolutely decimated his unit of archers. Poor guy. Can we hit him? I remember, I was obviously pleased at the time. You certainly would not be able to do that with a cannon these days. As I say, artillery used to be a lot more powerful. Things have definitely changed quite a lot since then. Right, we're obviously sitting on the cannon for a while. How can we skip forward till I get bored of this? Because I'm already bored of this. I didn't even see what weapon was I using. I'm using the glaive.
Oh no! My cannon.
Oh, I've got the spear out.
Right, let's move
on.
on.
Oh, look at that. And look, you can see down at the bottom of the screen. That is a spear. I've only got 2 abilities. Oh, wow. Oh, look. And I'm level 6. Can you imagine doing a video level 6? Wow. This really is a long time ago. And I think this was, I actually recorded this on, like, they did like an open weekend where you could like try the game for 2 days, but then all the progress got wiped at the end of the weekend. I must have, maybe we got these javelins auto unlocked because to get them up to level 10, at level 6 seems unlikely. They must have given us some stuff to start with. So it doesn't look like we've got any siege towers in yet. No, they're still fighting on. They're still trying to get in. Yeah, it's such a problem even on the map today. Those howitzers though are so much more powerful. They're like the epic ones already just on the walls. Such a bonus compared to what it used to be. The UI though definitely feels like a big improvement compared to what the game used to be. I mean, it looks a lot more clunky to me. I definitely prefer the visuals that we have in the game now. I do think it has improved, particularly some of the unit interface stuff on the left. I know I'm slightly covering it up a little bit with my own face.
I said it's
So,
just,
yeah, just kind of slightly getting in the way. And chat is on the other side of the screen as well. It's kind of changed slightly.
So there's nothing along there.
So we're still waiting for some of these siege towers. Oh wow! Oh god, I remember this. You used to have your country next to wherever you were playing from. God, doesn't this look so different now compared to what it used to be? Look at those team rankings. Level 6, who's the highest? Level 9? Yeah, level 9, the highest ranking people in the game. Oh, yeah. Is there any names that we recognise? Does anyone... This will be a good one for the comments. Who's been here far too long? Does anyone recognise anyone from this list? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. I recognise Browbeer just below me. Oh, that's kind of cool. How the UI has changed so much.
Soldiers to me.
Of course, a video like this, we have a cup of tea.
Bottom ranks. Yes, sir. Yeah, please.
Slightly invisible cup of tea. I can actually see the chat through the cup of tea. So looks like we're getting into some combat. Wow, I am doing an absolutely abysmal job with a spear. Completely missed. I completely missed my lunging jump.
Okay, well, we're in there.
It seems like the damage values are completely different. Look at like that. We're hitting for like 30. But actually, we're still killing quite a lot. God, it must have been they must have updated that at some point. I honestly can't even remember that changing.
Ow, 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 ow. Roll out.
I'm nearly getting myself killed. While my unit's sitting at the back really not doing a lot.
Okay. Good. So we actually seem to have repaired that
jump cut.
pretty well. We've got our troops now gone up.
Did I do some editing? Wow.
We're up to 54 and 2 hero kills. Actually doing really quite well so far.
I'm not sure I'd necessarily classify 54 unit kills as doing very well, but we'll take it.
We've got 26 out of 32 left.
On the grape shot. I'm not sure why I'm trying to use that.
I wanted to go for this cannon.
Look at this artillery selection working as well as ever. It's facing completely the other direction to the one I want to get on, but it still puts me back on the grape shot. Some things definitely don't change in this game, and that is one of them. Okay, obviously, ooh, just got hit by a ballista.
Who shot me?
Okay, that wasn't a headshot.
Oh,
the rate of fire on that ballista is pretty brutal as well.
I think we have to heal again after that.
I obviously don't know what ballistas are at the time because I don't seem to actually be aware of what I've been hit by. Look at my armour as well. I've really just got the absolute beginner armour. Oh wow, the mini-maps are so different.
Men. I think it's the commanding the men that's the most fun bit.
Commanding the troops. It just feels like such a blast from the past. I guess I'm completely out of javelins by this point, probably. Yeah, I think I must be. Because, I mean, nothing else to push. I've thrown a few volleys. Imperial javelins don't get many at the best of time. I'm guessing that protect, the 3 ability on the javelins you can see on the bottom left of the screen down here. I reckon that is probably what is now the shield wall, but something that they probably integrated into one of the formations later on, because currently we haven't got a shield wall. And so the unit's just going in full aggro and just charging straight in. Amazingly, we're actually still holding A on this map. We've only got 5 minutes left. Normally you'd think about maybe losing A at this point. Oh, they're pushing back up.
Back off.
Am I going to get myself killed? I feel like fighting on a siege tower like this, even nowadays, seems dodgy. Doing it back then.
Back through your own troops, you don't get caught on your own men. I know it's like a bit gimmicky that you can
put a shield wall here. I guess this is a unit of spear militia. Although they look vaguely like the Black Dragons, but they weren't in the game at this point.
We're actually doing a really good job here of holding these guys off.
It's amazing we're holding them still. I guess maybe they haven't got all the siege towers in yet. They're not displayed on the mini-map. You know, now when you get a siege tower and you get the yellow icon on the mini-map which shows your siege tower locations. They obviously don't still have that at this point in the game. Got them thoroughly blocked up on the siege tower. Wow, look at those Hwacha shots going in. Don't think... Was that historic Evo phone blasting in the background?
Bit more range. Oh, there we go. We got some.
God, Hwachas were ridiculous. How did having this? Imagine if you had a Hwacha like this that fired that fast on the walls now.
Someone broke my rocket artillery.
I nearly got killed by another ballista shot there, I think.
back healing again.
Foolish, Evo, foolish.
Thankfully, you can heal in this game. Otherwise, I think we'd.
Hopefully, the enemy are going to actually make a half-decent push. I'm almost disappointed in them. 2.5 years in the future. Come on, attack us. Kill me. I wanted to see if I've got any other units to bring.
This is where I could do with a ranged weapon, other than just my spear would be really helpful.
Yeah, it would be handy to have a ranged weapon at this point. Longbow, at this early point in the game, used to be super effective. It was really quite a dominant class.
This will probably result in almost.
Oh, what am I doing? I feel like I'm doing something stupid.
Because we've got a spear, we can do like a charge moving.
What am I doing?
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
This isn't going to end very well.
This has gone bad.
Being shot by a unit of whatever they are. Levy bowmen?
Ow.
Okay, cut through adverts on my own video.
That was about
Not quite sure how that works.
I did think it was perhaps a little bold.
But yeah, I just got killed by those Levy bowmen. Did not really expect that. We'll see what other units I've got to bring with me, I guess, when we get next back in. Although I can't imagine I've got much leadership at level 6. I can't remember how the leadership system worked back then. Oh, look at that. They just smashed my unit. We go from the 18 to 5. Look at that. There's 18 of these, what we think are Imperial Javeliniers, but we're not entirely sure. With 1 artillery shot. Boom. Killed me down to 5. So killed 13 of them.
And I haven't got anyone else to bring in. I have, however.
That's the only unit I had.
For now, we'll have to respawn as a hero only, and then as our troops retreat.
I don't know if that's because I just didn't have enough leadership. Because I'm only level 6.
So let's go and... There's actually enemies in the town.
Oh, they've gone through the side gate. I didn't know that the side gate existed. Oh, where am I going? Oh, Evo, you idiot.
So too far. I've done the same
even past Evo knows he's kind of screwed up a bit here.
Outside the walls? Yes. Okay. My horse is going to die in a minute.
Where am I going?
This is not my plan at all.
I'm just going on some literal wild goose chase. Maybe I'll try to find my way back into the walls. My poor horse is almost dead already.
With muskets and everything, and my horse has got the
yeah, look at the horse health. It is so nearly dead. They've only got 1 minute 50 though to get the A point. Oh, this is going to go one way. Yep, that ended as expected.
I'm now on my own.
With so little armor. 1. We got 1 kill. Can we get another one?
Combat.
No.
Damn archers. Right.
Okay. You got us so good. Let's skip forwards. Do we get to respawn? They're not really pushing any of the siege towers at all. They don't seem to really even... The enemy team doesn't really seem to be even trying to capture A. I guess that's because... Well, I guess no one knows what they're doing. I mean, this is the first time most people have played the game.
Cut them down.
God, get those archers. Don't see short swords using horse combat very often anymore. It's sort of working. He got him! Nice job. Nice job.
Should probably get our Javelineers back because they was probably
no, there's too many of them dead for me to grab them back in. With only 40 seconds left, it looks like we're going to hold the A point. How long have we got left on the video? Yeah, not long, so I think we probably are going to hold the A point.
At the end of each match, they just recover. So it's
that's awesome.
A long-term loss. You just lose per match. If you only got 1 horse and you die,
let's skip to the end of the...
It looks like we're going to get all in retreat. I think
going up the walls. Yeah, they're not even really pressuring the A point. They still haven't, unfortunately, been able to get themselves off the tower. I obviously go for 1 final charge. But it doesn't work out, and we actually get victory.
Nice, well, I'll take that.
Well, even the ending screen is completely different to what it is now. But yeah, level 6 Evo. What a blast from the past. 2 hero kills, 74 unit kills. That could be worse. I've definitely had worse games recently. So I guess half of those kills were probably the drastically overpowered artillery, though. So maybe it's not a very good balanced comparison. But anyway, hopefully that was vaguely enjoyable. It was really quite cool to see not only how much I guess I've changed over the last 2.5 years, but also how much the game has changed. The UI is pretty radically different now from what it was back then. I mean, you can see some of the changes. I think it's largely preferential. I prefer the way it is. There's definitely a lot more units in the game and unit variety, and people definitely have much more of an idea what they're doing. Teams might not be great, but they do at least try and vaguely push the A point on maps like Harbour City, which seems to be at the time called Dengzhou Town. They have obviously renamed that to Harbour City more recently. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below, and of course subscribe to the channel for lots more recent Conqueror Blade content. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all on the next one.